So, you have a tent and a rig, and you love overlanding. You have plans to do it big, on the trails and some super glamping? Want ideas, tips, news, and reviews? A podcast that's first-rate and here just for you? You don't have to think about it. Join us and be about it. Something interesting? We want to hear about it. Come on, let's talk about it. Welcome to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints podcast.
Sponsored by Midland. Communication for every adventure. The industry leader in radio communication technology and innovation for over 50 years. Sponsored by MYMEDIC. Sponsored by TEMBO TUSK. Sponsored by Trail Rated Coffee Company.
Always remember, the opinion you follow should be your own. Just consider the things stated here to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online.
Hi, I'm Phil from Waypoint Overland, and you're listening to Random Waypoints. All right, so here we go. Welcome to another episode of the Random Waypoints podcast. We'll be doing an episode every single week, so like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss an episode. This week is all about Overland Expo West from A to Z. On Random Lists, I give my top 5 things you must do at Overland Expo. And on Waypoints, we take an in-depth look at the upcoming Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, Arizona. So stay tuned for the whole show. But first, let's take a look at the news.
During this segment, we'll cover various topics with a connection to overlanding in some way. It could be land use news regarding the national parks or the Bureau of Land Management. We'll keep you up to date on any auto industry news when it pertains to relevant and potential overlanding vehicles. There will be camping and outdoor industry news, as well as photography and video, fishing, hiking, and on and on. Now, here's the news.
For a unique overland experience, BMW Motorrad presents the Great Getaway. BMW Motorrad will be offering perfectly organized travel formats for a perfect time out, and it will all be arranged and carried out by BMW Motorrad partner Elephant Moto. Touring Costa Rica, Portugal, and the USA with R18s for 8 days. Let's take a look.
Do you want to experience the ride of your life? Jump in and join us at the Great Getaway, the ultimate journey. It's an exclusive guided tour package you have dreamed of.
We are ready to ride.
After your arrival, we take care of everything. It's all about you and your bike, experiencing the country and making new like-minded friends.
We couldn't have lined up a better scenario. It's been jam-packed. Everybody's fired up.
The Great Getaway is basically a premium journey motorcycle product that BMW Motorrad has created together with its partners. This time on BMW R18s, a perfect journey of 8 days. We have the nicest routes, the best hotels, very different flavored restaurants, and this combination makes the Great Getaway absolutely unique.
I think Great Getaway is a getaway from normal life. But I feel it's a not getaway. It's a getting close with the people and the air. While I'm riding, it cannot explain with words. You have to feel it.
An amazing community, people from everywhere, international, people from Korea, Russia, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, United States. We're visiting palaces, wineries, big bridges. Every day is getting better and better every day.
It's for me, I'm comfortable because in the morning I don't know where I ride. And I sit on the bike and I relax because I know the team organize everything.
Bellissimo. Every second was impressive.
So in the Great Getaway, we combine the perfect ride with very cool side activities. Every day is very special, and we want to offer our customers the perfect package to really leave everything behind and living the time of their life.
The focus is on motorcycle riding, that's for sure, but that's not all. It's more an overall experience.
I think this trip, it's an amazing thing. I think it's a game changer.
I travel a lot, so I'm not satisfied so easily. But everything was perfect, and I made so many friends here.
To be here 7-8 days, and I feel like I'm away for 1 month or more.
Excellent. I mean, an event unforgettable, something that only BMW Motorrad can do.
So fuel up your soul. The journey of your lifetime. The Great Getaway.
For further information and bookings, go to thegreatgetaway.net. Electrified power, legendary 4x4 capability, and commanding performance were front and center during this year's Easter Jeep Safari, the Jeep brand's home away from home. The Jeep brand and Jeep Performance Parts by Mopar team brought their A-game with an extraordinary lineup of custom-built 4x4 and 4XC concept vehicles to conquer the iconic Red Rock terrain in Moab, Utah. Thousands of off-roading enthusiasts and Jeep brand loyalists from all over the world descended on Moab for the week-long annual tradition of trail rides and technical off-roading. This year, 10 distinctive Jeep brand and Jeep Performance Parts concept vehicles are equipped with an array of advanced powertrains. The notable lineup is punctuated by the triumphant return of Jeep Wrangler Magneto, the first battery electric vehicle concept from the Jeep brand. The even more powerful and capable Jeep Wrangler Magneto 2.0 and 4 additional Jeep 4XC concept vehicles are testament to the Jeep brand's commitment to zero-emission freedom. Additionally, each concept features the latest production and prototype Jeep performance parts from Mopar, developed with rigorous specifications and legendary 4x4 capability in mind. The 2022 Jeep Safari concept vehicles included Jeep Wrangler Magneto 2.0 concept. A year ago, the Jeep Wrangler Magneto concept demonstrated that a battery electric propulsion system would be true to the Wrangler's heritage of on-road and off-road capability, a vehicle that demonstrates the Jeep brand's dedication to zero-emission freedom. The Jeep Wrangler Magneto 2.0 is amped up, literally, creating a terrain-dominating off-roader that carries you far, far off the beaten path. The Magneto 2.0's powertrain basics include custom-built axial flux electric motor that operates up to 5,250 RPMs, 6-speed manual transmission for ultimate control over the propulsion system, 4 lithium-ion battery packs distributed throughout the chassis for weight balance with a combined power of 70 kilowatt-hours running an 800-volt system. An inverter derived from race cars converts DC power to AC for the high-tech motor. Peak amperage in the propulsion system is more than double to 600 amps, which enables the Magneto 2.0 to instantly deliver up to 850 foot-pounds of peak torque to the wheels, more than triple the torque output of last year's concept, and 625 horsepower for serious rock climbing challenges. A new electric powertrain calibration maintains the peak amperage for up to 10 seconds. Think of it as electronic nitrous oxide. First gear ratio in the manual transmission is changed from 513 to 336. When combined with the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon's Rock Track transfer case, the Magneto 2.0 demonstrates unequaled rock crawling capability with its instant-on demand torque delivery. A driver-selectable maximum regeneration function added to the propulsion system offers a true one-pedal drive experience. Getting all the torque to the ground calls for some hardware upgrades. It starts with 12 inches added to the wheelbase of the two-door Wrangler body style, creating some extra room for powertrain components and giving the Magneto 2.0 proportions similar to the LJ Wrangler Unlimited from 2004 to 2006. Augmenting that stretch are a custom 3-inch lift kit and 40-inch off-road tires mounted on 20-inch wheels. The stout off-road specific chassis setup includes a Dynatrac 60 Pro Rock front axle and a massive Pro Rock Dynatrac 80 rear axle with a 5:38 ratio and lockers for both axles, custom drive shaft, and an off-road suspension. Custom lightweight bumpers replace the factory units front and rear. Carbon fiber wheel flares front and rear cover the wide tires without adding much weight. These elements enhance the Magneto's 2.0 approach and departure angles on the trail. Surf blue paint, a custom carbon fiber B-pillar, custom bikini top, and carbon fiber hood give Magneto 2.0 a powerful look. The custom hood includes a blue-tinted transparent window that gives a view of the power unit underneath. Jeep 41 concept. Since 1941, it's notably displayed a badge of honor on Jeep brand vehicles and a symbol of pride that recognizes the Jeep brand's long-standing military heritage and legendary 4x4 capability leadership for more than 80 years. During Easter Jeep Safari, the Jeep brand pays homage to Jeep vehicles of the past. This year, the spotlight shines brightly on the Wrangler's Willys. Every Jeep brand vehicle has a unique story to tell, with a legacy that links back to the original Willys MB, a trusty 4x4 vehicle the U.S. Army specifically requested. The Willys MB did everything, went everywhere, and was a significant influence on 4x4 vehicles built thereafter. The retro Willys concept heading to the Easter Jeep Safari this year blends military grit and determination with the Wrangler's 4xe electric vehicle technology. The Concept 4xe plug-in hybrid powertrain is capable of an estimated 49 miles per gallon and delivers up to 21 miles of near silent, zero-emission, electric-only propulsion, making it the most capable, technically advanced, and eco-friendly Wrangler ever. The Wrangler 4xe's advanced powertrain provides a unique on- and off-road experience through the combination of two electric motors, a high-voltage battery pack, a high-tech 2.0-liter turbocharged i4 engine, and robust TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission. The Concept's exterior color, including the wheel flares and mirrors, is honorably decorated in an olive drab 41 matte green finish with black powder-coated steel bumpers, worn winch with bumper hoops. The retro trim cap accentuates a tan soft top, while half doors offer an enhanced, open-air experience to let even more of the outside in. A custom stenciled graphics package from the Jeep Graphics Studio and accent-colored tow hooks are the finishing touches for a 5-star General. Inside the 41 Concept is a retro shifter with a customized shifter cap from the Jeep Graphics Studio, along with canvas-covered seats that feature digital camel inserts and Seraphill stitching. A rhino-lined, heavy-textured floor-end drab 41 matte green adds durability. The 41 Concept sits on a 2-inch lift kit and 35-inch mud terrain tires with 17-inch wheels painted in drab 41 matte green. Jeep Rubicon 20th Anniversary Concept. Iconic off-roading destinations like the legendary Rubicon Trail in Northern California and the backcountry Red Rock Trails of MOAB, Utah, are where boulder-conquering SUV legends are born. 20 years ago, the Jeep brand introduced the most capable production vehicle of its time, the Wrangler Rubicon. Built around a new 2003 model year 2-door Wrangler and adorned with the legendary Rubicon Trail name, the Wrangler Rubicon took the industry by storm in the summer of 2002. The iconic Rubicon model, inspired by the enthusiasts who dreamt about it and often tried to wrench one of their own, was now available to order straight from the factory, not to mention with a warranty. It was equipped with an option unheard of at the time and not available on any production Jeep SUV, including Dana 44 axles, front and rear lockers, disconnecting sway bar, rock rails, oversized 31-inch mud terrain tires, and wheel flares to truly take off-roading to the next level. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon continues to be a proof of concept for the Jeep brand, where lessons learned in off-road meccas like MOAB and feedback gleaned from enthusiasts and Jeep brand loyalists continue to push the brand and the entire Jeep lineup forward. The Rubicon 20th anniversary concept, based on the quickest, most powerful Wrangler yet, the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392 continues the legacy established 2 decades ago by setting the benchmark for performance and capability with its 6.4-liter V8 engine, customized exterior, and stunning interior. The modified 4-door Wrangler Rubicon 392 features an active dual-mode performance exhaust that switches between wild and outrageous, a performance hood with center scoop, custom-built half doors, and Sky One Touch power top with removable side panels for open-air freedom. The concept's matte granite crystal exterior vinyl wrap is accentuated with gold toe hooks and badging, a Rubicon 20th anniversary hood decal, American flag fender decal, and Mopar swing gate air compressor. For additional capability, a 2-inch lift kit, 17-inch Mopar beadlock capable wheels with 37-inch mud terrain tires, steel bumpers, and hood with worn winch and steel belly pan were added to help navigate treacherous terrain and challenging off-road conditions. Jeep Bob Concept. Designed to blur the lines between the two mighty off-roaders, the Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator, the Jeep Bob Concept is a playful spin on the popular trend of bobbing the long overhangs of pickup truck beds to make it the ultimate terrain tackler. Based on the Jeep Gladiator Rubicon, the most notable traits of this truck are not what's on it, but rather what's missing. All 4 doors and B-pillars have been removed for the ultimate open-air freedom. Additionally, a customized hardtop has been perforated and a canvas top has been stretched over top to provide shelter from the elements while allowing natural light through. The Gladiator bed has been bobbed a full foot of length. Custom steel front and rear bumpers improve the vehicle's approach and departure angles and are built to withstand all the rigors of off-road use, while maintaining a stylish and sophisticated appearance. Inspired by the off-road performance world, high clearance flares make room for the larger rolling stock. Off-road capability is further amplified by a 3-inch lift with custom off-road suspension components, Dynatrac Pro Rock 60 axles supported by a mix of king coils and bypass shocks, plus massive 40-inch tires are mounted to 20-inch beadlock wheels that all combined provide an ultimate four-wheeling confidence. The multi-finish exterior paint scheme mixes gloss and matte finishes for added flair and texture. Inside, bright bed-lined floors plus custom trim seats create a fun and sporty environment. A vented carbon hood adds a notable performance appearance and ensures better airflow to the engine. The Bob concept is powered by the award-winning turbocharged 3.0-liter EcoDiesel V6 engine. To handle greater torque loads, the EcoDiesel V6 connects to a TorqueFlite 8HP75 8-speed automatic transmission, calibrated for low RPM shifts and to easily maneuver rigorous ground. It's also equipped with a Mopar cold air intake to further boost torque and improve fuel economy. Jeep Decoder Concept. The gloss black Jeep Gladiator Decoder Concept carries more than 35 accessories, each painted in contrasting red and labeled with QR codes, making this high-performance off-roader a rolling catalog of factory-tested and factory-backed items available for customer purchase. Up front on the Gladiator Decoder Concept is a Rubicon 3-piece modular bumper carrying a single hoop, tubular grille, and winch guard with a pair of 7-inch LED off-road lights just above a Rubicon worn winch. A 2-inch lift kit with Fox shocks help provide ample room for 17 by 8.5-inch 5-spoke beadlock wheels riding on BF Goodrich KM3 37-inch tires. On the front passenger side, a snorkel keeps water out of the 3.6-liter Pentastar engine when fording through the high water depths, while safely allowing air into the Mopar cold air intake system under the hood. Completing the powertrain upgrade is a free-flowing Mopar catback dual exhaust system. A Gorilla Glass windshield offers up to 3 times the strength of a standard windshield. A pair of 5-inch LED lights mount securely in A-pillar mounting brackets on each side of the cowl area. Heavy-gauge steel rock rails provide protection for the lower body panels and sit below the tube doors. fitted with tube door mirrors on both sides. Additionally, rock rails protect the truck bed behind the rear wheels and feature a replaceable nylon rock rail trim cover. An enhanced QR code on each seat links directly to the website for details on customizable leather options, including colors, stitchings, and accents, along with real-time pricing information. Inside the truck bed, which is protected by a spray-in textured Mopar bed liner, a set of mounted Mopar bed rails carry a fuel, low-profile cargo basket for additional storage space. Jeep Birdcage concept. Designed as a wide-open Air Extreme 4x4 machine, the Jeep Wrangler 4XC Birdcage concept showcases a variety of custom accessory innovations while also providing its industry-best capability as well as its class-exclusive off-road 4XC plug-in hybrid powertrain. Riding on an industry-first 2-inch lift kit with Fox shocks, specifically engineered and tuned for the plug-in hybrid electric Wrangler 4XC, the vibrant Eagle Brown off-roader features granite crystal metallic and various signature Jeep 4XC surf blue accents. Improving the front approach angle on the Wrangler 4XC Birdcage concept is a custom rock slider skid plate that connects two rounded 2-inch steel support bars integral to the custom 7-slot grille. The slider plate protects the recessed, worn winch optimally placed for improved rock crawling performance. For a unique appearance, 2 low-mount surf blue closed toe hoops are securely attached behind the skid plate to the side of the frame for improved toe performance. 5-spoked beadlock wheels measure 17 by 8.5 inches and are mounted with BF Goodrich KM3 37-inch tires. New custom flat fender flares and wheel liners, designed specifically for larger wheel tire combinations, provide additional clearance. The flat fender flares have integral removable daytime running light covers for the off-road enthusiast who may require extra tire clearance for extreme off-road situations. This concept is the first 50-state legal fender flare with OEM, DRL, and 50-state tire coverage requirements. For additional off-road protection with 37-inch tires, the Jeep design team created tail light spacers to meet federal lighting requirements. The resulting location of the lighting assembly enables the concept aluminum tail lamp guards to better defend from trail mishaps. Illuminating the ground below the Jeep Wrangler 4XC Birdcage concept are underbody rock lights at all 4 corners, while custom rock rails on each side feature additional slider tubes mounted for enhanced body protection. For the serious off-roader who craves true opening-air wheeling, the windshield and windshield wipers are removed. The design team tastefully closed off the instrument panel and created custom cowl and windshield wiper filler panel covers, creating a smooth factory appearance while protecting against dirt and debris. 3 concept header-mounted 14-inch off-road LED lights provide sleek modern lighting. On the interior, tobacco leaf and cocoa brown leather seats feature distinctive seat inserts and surf blue accent stitching, which carries through on the instrument panel, steering wheel, shifter boot, and emergency brake handle. Front seat occupants will find a custom instrument panel accessory rail that holds various mobile devices securely in place. Mopar stainless steel pedal covers use black rubber pads to provide the driver with plenty of traction to the accelerator and brake pedals. Armor Light vinyl floor throughout the cabin provides a durable and easy-to-maintain surface with the drain plugs for rinsing. The Mopar design team created the Add-A-Trunk concept deck lid panel that provides security for accessories when the roof is removed. Designed for any Jeep Wrangler model with the capacity to store a full-size cooler with ease. The Add-A-Trunk feature uses gas-assisted shocks to lift the deck lid panel out of the way for easy access when the swing gate is open. 8 tie-down loops and 5 grocery bag hoops provide extra functionality. For additional storage, a 600-pound capacity Rhino Rack cargo basket is securely mounted to the top of the roll cage. Inside the tailgate panel, a swing gate flip-down table provides a perfect working or eating space and sits next to the integral onboard air compressor. Just 1 year after the introduction of the all-new Pathfinder SUV, the new, bolder, off-road-inspired 2023 Pathfinder Rock Creek joins the Nissan lineup. Offered in 4-wheel drive only, Pathfinder Rock Creek is designed for buyers seeking a higher level of fun and adventure, without compromising the family comfort and conveniences of other Pathfinder grade levels. The 2023 Pathfinder was all about a return to rugged, and the Pathfinder Rock Creek takes that spirit even further, said Michael Colleran, Senior Vice President, Nissan U.S. Marketing and Sales. From the urban jungle to the natural beauty that can reach within minutes from the city, Pathfinder Rock Creek has both the style and hardware to create an adventure just about anywhere. Key additions found on the Rock Creek version include off-road tuned suspension with 5/8-inch lift, 18-inch beadlock style wheels mounted with all-terrain tires, tubular rock rack with up to 220-pound load capacity, exclusive front fascia with dark V-motion grille and mesh insert, Rock Creek badging, exclusive leatherette, fabric seats with Rock Creek embroidery, orange contrast stitching on the seats, steering wheel, instrument panel, center console, and door panels, standard intelligent around view monitor with off-road mode. Other standard equipment includes a tow hitch receiver and harness, 6,000-pound maximum towing capacity, second-row captain's chairs, and LED fog lights. 2023 Pathfinder Rock Creek also offers increased available horsepower and torque over the standard grades when using premium fuel due to revised fuel mapping. The new Rock Creek, along with the complete 2023 Pathfinder lineup, is scheduled to go on sale in late summer 2022. GMC revealed its Canyon AT4 concept truck last year at Overland Expo Mountain West 2021, exploring GMC's vision for its growing lineup of premium yet capable trucks and SUVs. Building on the capability of Canyon AT4, the concept further elevates Canyon's off-road credibility by showing how it could be customized for an overlanding enthusiast. With the impressive styling and premium appointments GMC customers expect, the Canyon AT4 concept truck was designed for overlanding enthusiasts with capability features that include factory-lifted wide off-road chassis with enhanced underbody coverage, off-road rocker panel protectors, cast-iron control arms, heavy-duty front bumper with winch, integrated front recovery points, front and rear electronic locking differentials, wheel flares with integrated task lamps, multi-matic dampers, spare tire swivel mount so a spare tire can be kept on the back of the truck and swivel out of the way of the tailgate when the bed access is needed, guidelines for protecting the windshield from low-hanging branches. Power to explore rugged terrain is provided by GMC's 3.6-liter V6 engine, mated with an 8-speed automatic transmission. The concept truck could confidently handle a variety of obstacles encountered far from civilization with a 27.7-degree approach angle and a ground clearance of 10 inches boosted by 33-inch BF Goodrich KM3 mud terrain tires on 17-inch AEV Crestone wheels. The vehicle could engage in water fording up to 32.1 inches, and its custom-tailored snorkel could allow for filtered and cooler air intake. Additional features that could help drivers venture off the beaten path include AEV rear off-road bumper, stainless steel truck bed cap, roof-mounted tent, 270-degree awning, jerry cans for gasoline and water, traction boards, off-road jack and mount, cooler and kitchenette, truck bed storage with drawer system, solar panels. All concept features are integrated with GMC's premium design cues, resulting in a rugged yet premium appearance. Unique grille and headlamp finishes, distinct AT badges, and an exclusive leather-wrapped interior create a sense of confident capability that doesn't compromise style or comfort. The Canyon AT4 concept is the perfect concept vehicle to show how GMC envisions the future of Canyon and how the brand is looking ahead to serve its growing customer base of off-roading and overlanding enthusiasts. The next generation Canyon AT4X signals the next chapter for GMC's midsize truck, with the teaser previewing the Canyon's AT4X badging, rocker protectors, and 17-inch beadlock-capable wheels. GMC will reveal the next generation Canyon, including Canyon AT4X, in summer 2022. As a completely new concept between bicycle and motorbike, the BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY taps into the fresh possibilities for the innovative urban mobility of the future. AMBY stands for Adaptive Mobility. The BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY interprets the fundamental idea of adaptive urban mobility on two wheels based on different facets, electric powered with 3 speed levels for different types of roads. The drive allows up to 25 kilometers on cycle paths, up to 45 kilometers on inner city roads, and up to a top speed of 60 kilometers on multi-lane roads out of town. A helmet, insurance, license plates, and the relevant driver's license are required to be able to travel at higher speeds, however. The BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY is accelerated using the throttle grip and has footrests instead of pedals, as is typical of a motorcycle. The modes available to the rider are stored in the app on the smartphone that connects to the respective AMBY Vision vehicle. Manual selection of the speed level is conceivable, as is detection of the road by means of geofencing technology, thereby allowing automatic adjustment of the top speed. The BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY is accelerated from the handlebars, as is customary on a motorbike. With a total weight of 65 kilograms, the BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY is significantly lighter than other motorbikes, ensuring it offers excellent maneuverability and agility. The BMW Motorrad Vision AMBY shows one possible manifestation of what modern urban mobility of tomorrow might look like. Land Rover, in partnership with Virgin Galactic, announced the launch of the Land Rover and Virgin Galactic Adventure of a Lifetime Sweepstakes. Land Rover vehicle owners residing in the U.S. will have the chance to win ultimate grand prizes of a seat on a Virgin Galactic spaceflight. The sweepstakes invites new and current Land Rover vehicle owners residing in the U.S. to engage with family and friends to increase their chances to win the grand prize, a seat on Virgin Galactic spaceflight, or a number of other prizes, including Land Rover experiences, Land Rover, and Virgin Galactic merchandise. Land Rover vehicle owners residing in the U.S. can enter to win by registering for the sweepstakes at LandRoverAdventureOfALifetime.com. After registering, they can receive additional entries by creating a space team and referring friends and family to join. Entries will be accepted through June 20th, 2022, and the grand prize winner will be announced on or about August 15th, 2022. For more information on how to enter, go visit LandRoverAdventureOfALifetime.com. Now it's time for Random Lists.
Random Lists is all about lists Waypoint Overland has created on an array of topics, such as top 5 national parks, top 10 trails in the United States, top 10 fill in the blank. I think you get it. Some lists will be pure fun, and others very informational. But they all will have a connection to overlanding in some way. We're very interested in hearing your suggestions for upcoming lists in the comments. Now, here's our random list.
Everybody knows that Overland Expo is the greatest collection of overland adventure companies in the world, with more than 300 gear vendors. But what else is there? Well, I'm going to give my top 5 things you must do at Overland Expo West. So let's get right to it. Let's get started. At number 1, I have something very simple, straight to the point. I'm not going to get into detail about, but it's to camp on site. And this will come back later. But number 1 is to camp on site. Number 2, take a class. It can be recovery, first aid, navigation, or travel planning. But the point is, get trained, get outfitted, and get inspired to explore the world at Overland Expo. Number 3 is do the overlanding skills driving course in your own rig. This gives you the opportunity to build your off-road confidence with interactive driving courses, seminars, and training. Number 4, I have walk the vendor area. I know you didn't think I was going to leave it off the list, did you? Well, that's the main reason to go. That's the big deal. Like I said, it's the greatest collection of overland adventure companies in the world. And this year, they're expecting over 400 gear vendors. So enough said on that one. At number 5, I have take a workshop or take a class. Taking a workshop or a class gives you the opportunity to get inspired visiting with authors, filmmakers, and other travelers just like you, hosting workshops and classes and sharing their stories from the road. At number 6, I have walk the campground and check out the rigs. Maybe I should have put this at number 1 because it's definitely one of my favorites. You can just admire the rigs you see, or you can take notes, or you can ask questions. And trust me, most people love it when you have questions about them or their rig at Overland Expo. At number 7, I have go to a party or throw one, but be polite and follow camp etiquette. This is another reason why to camp on site. The fun doesn't stop when the gates close. Trust me on this, people. It's actually just the opposite. That's when the party really gets started. This is when things really get started. This is why you want to camp on site. Now, if you're coming with a group, make sure to organize and have a party at least one night. And if you make friends, you probably will get invited to several parties and have to pick between which ones you want to go to. We're overlanders, right? And it's all about enjoying the journey, right? Well, that's my list. Do you agree or disagree? Do you have your own list? Well, share in the comments. Now it's time for waypoints.
Waypoints. Waypoints will cover all aspects of navigation for the overland traveler. Navigation is the act or practicing of navigating, the method of determining position, course, and distance traveled.
All right, this week on Waypoints, we discuss a waypoint you might have on your travel itinerary already. It's Fort Tuttle County Park in Flagstaff, Arizona, which is the location of Overland Expo West, which is going to be Friday 20th to Sunday, May 22nd. Now, if you're a camper, you're able to arrive on Thursday, which is May 19th, and you can stay till the next day, Monday morning. Overland Expo, in my opinion, is easily the premier overlanding event in the world, so you should go. And if you're wondering who owns Overland Expo, it's Load Stand Events, which is an event production company. Overland Expo was originally founded in 2009 by Roseanne and Jonathan Hansen of Concert Ventures. There isn't an event that has the breadth of classes and international experts, not to mention vendors from everywhere at the trade show. And they're there to show you all types of innovative camping, vehicles, and motorcycle equipment, along with services to help you with your travel style. And we're going to get into a lot of the different ways that you can learn to find out how you can develop a travel style. Overland Expo West is a weekend packed with activities designed for adventure riders also. There will be various activities at the Motorcycle Expedition Skills Area and the Motorcycle Village. Now, according to Overland Expo, last year they had more than 28,000 attendees and 405 exhibitors, and over 400 sessions of hours of classes, roundtables, and discussions. The event was the largest gathering of the overland community since 2019, obviously because of COVID. So they probably would have broke that sooner than 2019. Anyway, there's supposed to be some big changes to enhance the event's experience at this year's Overland Expo. One is they're going to have upgraded shuttle systems to keep you moving quickly and efficiently. I'm looking forward to that. Save my legs. And there'll be new shaded bivvies with hydration stations and seats for you to kick back and take a breather. There's going to be enlarged Oasis bar and food court. A new edition of the Navajo Ramada bar and food court. I'm looking forward to tasting the food there. And they said there's going to be more food trucks. There's going to be more gear vendors. Last year was 300. They say they have more than 400. Now let's talk about Fort Tuthill. This is a historic property that's just minutes from downtown Flagstaff, Arizona, And it's the gateway to Grand Canyon and the Four Corners region. Now, Fort Tuttle is the county's fairgrounds with organized campgrounds for 1,000 units plus adjacent national forest for dry camping. So lots of camping. Overland Expo, being an outdoor event, you need to be prepared for any and all the weather though. Daytimes, average temperature is 65 degrees and it's pretty windy sometimes. Now, I want to give you some recommendations. Bring sun protection such as a hat or a sunscreen and long sleeve light shirts. Forget about the shorts and the short sleeve shirts. You want to be protected from the sun that's going to be bearing down on you. And then I highly recommend layering because the temps drop quickly after sunset. And drink lots of water. I got dehydrated at one of these events and I don't want to see that happen to you. Plus, with drinking alcohol like a lot of us do, that doesn't help. The elevation can also affect those with cardiac issues, so please use caution. Now, I want to cover some rules for camping. I think that's important. One big question I know you're going to have is, and yes, pets are welcome, but you have to have them on a leash at all times and clean up after them. And there'll be roving security 24 hours if you're worried about things. If you have any questions about fires, no open wood or charcoal fires are allowed in the dispersed free camping area. Now, cook stoves and gas-powered campfire units, they're okay. The Overland experience and the VIP weekend pass with camping, though, they can, but only in existing fire rings and grill boxes, and only if the forest fire restrictions are not in place. Excuse me. You can stay overnight Sunday and leave on Monday, so that's no problem. That's a good thing to know. And if you have friends who want to camp together, my advice is you better arrive together. You have to arrive together. If you plan to camp with your friend, plan to meet up prior to your arrival and then come together to the event. Now, as far as the facilities and the amenities, there's no hookups for electricity or water in the rustic camping areas. They do provide porta potties or porta toilets. They have them all over the place. You won't have a problem with that. As far as shower service and availability, it'll be very limited. In my experience, if you want a shower, you'll be able to get one. Now, due to the natural location of the venue, there's insufficient water pressure and proper drainage. So we need to conserve water. Try to bring as much water as you can. Camp showers are offered as a convenience only, and it's not intended to be like you're at a hotel or something, okay? And prepare as you would for an overland style camping experience. That's the best thing to do. Bringing your own portable shower system or shower pouches for the 2 to 3 nights that you'll be camping there. Just treat this like a true overlanding trip. Be self-sufficient or plan to travel to FLAGSTAFF, which is just minutes away to get, food and water or whatever you got to get. I know a lot of people have questions about the Overland experience, which is their premier all-inclusive, education package, which I highly recommend. You get access to hundreds of specialized classes taught by world-class instructors, and you have special on-site camping. There's a complimentary happy hour where you get, I think, tickets for a couple of free drink tickets to go with it. And there's a welcome banquet celebration too, and you get a special attendee bag with all kinds of goodies in it. The best thing, though, is you get to learn overland driving and adventure riding techniques using your own vehicle, and there's exclusive use of the Overland Skills driving course in your own vehicle. You get hands-on experience with expedition skill building and recovery courses. The only thing is it's limited to 6 sessions, so you can't go past 6 sessions, but that's way more than enough. And you can take instructional classes about the latest technologies, gear, packing, maintenance, navigation, and more. There's basic and advanced levels, so lots of classes. The class selection begins approximately 1 month before the show starts, so it's important now for you to register if this is something you plan on doing. Now, with the weekend pass with camping, which is like the next tier, you can enjoy the general admission to the expo with access to a selection of activities and vendors just like everybody else. If you have a moto ticket, you'll go with the moto section. And as far as the camping, the sites are available beginning Thursday, so it's basically a first come, first serve thing. The on-site campground is festival style, so there's no reservations. Like I said, you need to come with your friends, and there's vehicle restrictions as far as size and things like that, so you need to find out what those restrictions are. Now, if you're coming on a day pass, passes are available, as singles for Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I think they may have a weekend pass. I'm not sure that. You have to look at that on the website yourself. And again, you'll get access to the same things as I just mentioned, all of the exhibitors and a lot of different activities. And you're able to stay for happy hour, so you're not rushed away. You can stay for happy hour and enjoy beverages, which will be available for purchase. And another thing to mention as far as getting there, there are numerous group organizations involved in overlanding that have overlanding trips to the show. So, and from my understanding, some of them are fees, some of them are free. And as far as the good ones that I've heard about, and I know they've done it before, Expedition Portal, ADV Rider, and American Adventurous. Those are three good ones to start with, but there's a lot of different forums to check out. Now, last year, attendees came from as far away as Japan, Brazil, Chile, and Portugal, and Overland Expo fans helped to raise $14,340 for the Overland Expo Foundation with raffle ticket purchases. Thousands of dollars in prizes donated by Expo exhibitors were given away at the raffle, attended by hundreds of attendees Friday night, and the party was a blast. The sold-out Rider Justice Moto Party hosted a moto raffle in the the Expert Power Moto Demo tent, with thousands of dollars in prizes being given away. And a portion of the proceeds were donated to the backcountry discovery routes, which I recommend everybody researching if you're calling yourself an overlander. There were 1,000 attendees. There was a happy hour hosted by MB Court, Toyo Tires, and Cedar Summit. And then Yakima, they hosted the Overland Film Fest in the Winnebago Theater, featuring short films from the Overland Film Festival. And people were lined up all weekend to take the Ford Bronco on an off-road ride along the courses. That was like a really big deal, the Ford Broncos. And they also demoed Harleys all weekend, the Pan American. And for me, the highlights, those were the general highlights, but for the highlights for me are, one, the campground rigs. And I want to talk about that more. If you're thinking about building a rig, yeah, you want to go to the vendor section and look at all the current stuff. You do want to talk to the different vendors and get their recommendations, learn the specs of their different things. But what I have found out is a person who's researching a rig and what they want to have done to it, they need to go beyond that. Some of the best information you're gonna get about what you should do with your rig is finding someone at camp who has one, who's put thousands of miles on it, maybe been around the world or been on many overland trips, and can tell you about the durability of these things. Social media pushes a lot of things that maybe aren't the best. So sometimes the most popular things to get for your vehicle aren't the best things to get for your vehicle. And you can discern which ones those are when you're in camp talking to people who say, hey, I bought this or I bought that and it did real well, or it didn't do well at all, or, you get a lot of vital information in camp. And I mentioned it before, don't feel uncomfortable asking people questions if you see a rig and you have some questions, because people love talking about their rigs. A lot of people come hoping that somebody's going to come up and ask them about their rig. You know, they probably live somewhere where people just don't understand about the love that they have for their rig and their travel and overlanding. So this is a final opportunity to be around people who are like-minded and they can talk about it, and the listener is just excited to hear as they are excited to talk about their rig. So don't be a party pooper and just go look at the vendor section and go back to your rig and stay, right there at your rig at camp. Walk around camp. If you see somebody hesitating and they're looking at your rig, they're stopping looking for a reason, and say hi to them. A lot of times that's how friendships that have lasted, that's how they started. Somebody asking a question of another person about their rig or about a journey they took or a trail they were on. And now they've met up several places across the country or across the world over the years. So there's so many benefits to the campground rigs and walking around and looking at them. You'll see ideas and thoughts that aren't part of the conventional or a part of the popular that you will never know about unless you meet this person and you talk to them. Which is another thing that is a favorite part of mine, which is the people that you meet. There are people who are some of the most humble people that I've ever talked to, I've ever met, some of the friendliest people I've ever met. And they range from some people, one person may be a millionaire, another person may be, barely putting it all together, but you don't know who is who because none of that matters in this environment. And it's not like a forced thing on you. It's the culture that people naturally have who are travelers, who are overlanders. They throw all of those things out the way, and it's just everybody's cool with everybody. And another thing about the people you meet, some of the I love the stories that people have to tell, the stories about their life, not just the stories they tell me about when they're traveling, but some of the unique stories about how they got to the point where they retired or how they were able to go on a 2-year journey to wherever they went to, or there's so many unique stories. People, the adversities that they've gone through with family and now where they are in their lives. There are so many inspiring stories that will get you up off your butt and inspire you to do what you need to do and the things you want to do in life. Planning new adventures with old friends and new friends is another thing that I love about Overland Expo. Now, you're not going to be able to have that experience in your first Overland Expo, but if you go to more than one, you will. And what I'm talking about is, like I've mentioned before, I've gone to every Overland Expo they've ever had since they've been having them. And I know people who I just casually met that first year or second year or wherever. I met them at one Overland Expo. Then we see each other across the country at another expo. We see each other's faces. We talk. We may have a drink, and next thing you know, we're meeting up in Baja together, or we're headed to Alaska or something together, or we meet up in Maine or whatever. And that's not an uncommon story for other people who regularly go to these events. You meet friends, and if you're a traveler and you meet a traveler, you end up meeting up and planning adventures together. So that is a thing that I love and I cherish, and a main reason that keeps me coming back. You know, there's a lot of things that are repetitive at this point to me, but it's the people I know, it's the people I've met, it's the people I'm going to meet, and the adventures and experiences that we're going to have in the future. this ties in with how I usually end this show. I always end this show saying, be safe, tread lightly, and hopefully I'll see you here or on a trail soon. And the reason that I do that is because, similar to this, when I meet people and we're on the same page, my hope is always for them to be safe. And I'm hoping that I'm going to see them soon. And I'm hoping that I'm going to either see them in general, or best case scenario, I'm going to see them on an adventure, on a trail soon. And so if you're really trying to do this thing, if overlanding is really your thing, if you're looking for people who are like-minded, people who know more than you, people who know less than you, but we're all on the same page, Overland Expo, and it doesn't have to be Overland Expo West. It could be any of the Overland Expos, but the most international one, the most opportunities for that are going to be at West. Overland Expo West is the big kahuna. Another thing that I really, really enjoy personally about Overland Expo is the classes, or I should say workshops. I get them mixed up. But being able to listen to the stories of different adventures and traveling stories from the authors that come there, that have their books. Some of their books I've already read, or then I hear their story and then I buy their book. Same thing with the filmmakers. I may have watched some of the films. You may have already watched them on YouTube or watched other things they've done, and then you get to see the film that they've presented at the film. And then there's like these workshops where people may have gone on a trip from Alaska to Panama or something like that, or they've traveled clear across Europe or around Africa. And they're not just sitting there bragging about their trip. They give you so many little tidbits that you can read a bunch of books about a place that you're only going to get from a person who's actually just done it. And these people are usually a person who's just come back from a trip, and then they're giving these classes. So, and they're usually classes everywhere. I mean, like trips to Alaska, trips across the country, trips to Mexico, trips to South America, trips around Africa. Anything that you can think of, there'll be somebody there talking about their trip, and not just detailing and giving you a slideshow of some boring stuff. I mean, giving you tips about something you may need to know about crossing a border that nobody's even going to ever write in a book, even if they know it. They'll tell you places to go that aren't going to be on any travel itinerary of any book that you read or any show that you watch. So really, 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 really good information. And you never know what kind of information. You may go to one of these classes to learn about a particular trip, but then you learn something about the way you need to pack for the trip. So you never know what it is. And it'll be like something that you'll carry and learn and pass on to somebody else eventually when you're the big kahuna. And you get all kinds of unique, quirky tips that are learned from real experiences, not the YouTubers who go out on a weekend, cook something, make it look real pretty. They, give you all the graphics. I love those, so don't get me wrong, but they can't tell you about overland travel if that's what you're trying to do. And last but not least, a thing that really I enjoy, and I'll probably always enjoy, I'm a gearhead. Not just a gearhead when it comes to overlanding, when it comes to photography, audio equipment, knives. I love collecting knives, drones, not just the regular drones that you know now, the camera drones, other drones. I have a lot of different hobbies. And they're all kind of gear centric. So I love gear. And so for me, being able to every year go see the most high tech, the best solutions, the latest solutions for traveling by Overland, I love it. Even if I'm not going to buy anything, I love being up on what's the latest, greatest thing. There'll be like things like the tire carriers that the bags that you put on the back of your tire for garbage. Like there'll be 10 different people selling one, but the features on them will be totally different, and one will fit your lifestyle better than another. And I'm giving that as an example of that there are so many people who are designing and coming at things from different angles that it benefits you as far as having eye candy by coming to the expo. But if you're sincerely looking for products to update your rig or prepare your rig for a journey, you'll have every option there. I mentioned before, last year, they say there was over 300 vendors. And I do believe that it was a lot of vendors. There was more food options than I had ever seen before. And now they're saying that they're going to have over 400 vendors. And there's room for them. It's the only issue with so many vendors is it's just no way that you're going to see all of the vendors unless you really just break it down systematically and go aisle by aisle and don't get too stuck on one thing and stand there too long. You literally have to just go up and down every aisle every day to see everything. So choose wisely what things that you're going to see. But whatever you see, you're going to see cool stuff. You're going to see everything. If this would be your first time going to an Overland Expo event, and you've gone to like little expos and rallies and stuff that they have across America by other people, you may have an idea of what this is incorrect in your mind. You have never seen anything like this. The camping goes on and on and on and on. The vendors just go on and on and on and on. The list of classes and workshops, so many things to do. You've never seen it this big, this exponential. And that's a good thing. Choice is always a good thing. Now, everybody's not going to want to do like me and go every year. And that makes sense. I go every year because, like I said, I have friends that I meet there. And it's part of actually the name of Waypoint Overland. The way I travel is based off of starting off with one waypoint as an excuse to create a travel itinerary around. So every year I create a special trip, overland trip, surrounding the event. And I enjoy that. That's another one of the pluses about specifically Overland Expo West is its location. Even if I didn't live on the West Coast, if I lived on the East Coast, if I was coming south, whatever direction I'm coming from, the location of Overland Expo West is one that provides, if you have the time, to have just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bucket list overland trip. I don't care from what direction, where you live, the ride to Overland Expo, you can create a route. First of all, you can create a route that's going to either, if you want to do the national parks, you're going to, whichever direction you come from, you're going to pass a bunch of national parks. If you want to do trails, there's all kind of backcountry discovery routes that cover a majority of the route leading into Overland Expo. If you just want to hit the highway, all the highways route to Flagstaff, Arizona. Once it's not hard to get there if you just have to rush and get in. But back to if you want to really make this a trip, there's so many different themed trips that you can create. Traveling the West, you can have a cowboy themed trip. You can have a Native American themed trip. You can have a food themed trip. Let's say you're coming from the East Coast. That would allow you to try so many different regional foods along the way. If you're coming from the West, there's Death Valley. You're only a few hours away from Ouray, Colorado, which has many, many bucket list trails for you to go on. Just, I think, about 6 hours away, maybe less, maybe 5 hours away from Flagstaff, Arizona, is MOAB. You can incorporate MOAB into your trip. In between MOAB and Flagstaff, you have the Grand Canyon, the North Rim, if you want to do it rough and rugged. If you got family and you need to have it a little more domestic, you can do the South Rim. There's Torrewee Lookout, Vermilion Cliffs, Mexican Hat area, Gooseneck State Park, so many, Ostrom Point, so many things that are, when you talk to many overlanders who are planning on doing an overland trip in America, a majority of the top bucket list places to go, trails to do, are in proximity to the area of Flagstaff, Arizona. So making a trip, you can absolutely, if you have the time, create a bucket list trip. So that's why I'm always geeked up. I have no affiliation with Overland Expo. I know people who work for Overland Expo. I cover it, obviously, every year. I travel to it every year. I have many friends who we meet up at these events and we party every year. But I have no affiliation whatsoever. My exuberance, my excitement for the event comes from my experiences. I have many times over and over again, because people keep asking me to give my list of top overland events as far as expos and rallies and things like that. And I always put Overland Expo events on their own level by themselves. I don't compare any other events to them. They're like a special level to themselves. It should be done at least once. They have no competitors for what they do. That doesn't mean that they are what you want. You may like the smaller events, like there are smaller events that I love, and I love them because they're smaller. But nobody can offer you what Overland Expo can offer you when it comes to training and exposure to gear and exposure to people who are really, really doing it and putting in the miles. And if you just want to see your favorite celebrities that you watch on your favorite YouTube channel, they're all going to be there. And they're there to shake your hand and smile and everything. So they're going to be nice to you. Just be respectful, because what I've also experienced is I've done film work with a lot of these guys. I'm the cameraman that you don't see me. And they try very hard to cater to the needs of the people that are coming up to them. Yet people are still very selfish and rude in their approaches, like they have to do it. And sometimes like they're on their way somewhere that they need to be at a certain time. So when they walk off from you and they say, hey, I got to go, and you're trying to get a picture sometime, they're not being rude. They got to get somewhere. And all you're thinking about is the 5 minutes that you're stopping them. But in reality, from following the guy, that's 5 minutes 100 times to get maybe 300 yards for them. I've seen it. I've experienced it. Not experienced it for me, but being a cameraman following one of these guys and seeing how it's just hard for them to get from one place to another and stay on a schedule, and they are on schedules. So just keep that in mind, that if they say, hey, meet me at the booth later and I'll talk to you or something like that, that they sincerely mean it, because you should see them when they are walking away. A lot of times they're like, I hope he doesn't think I'm a-hole, or, you know, I hope he doesn't think I didn't want to talk to them. They be feeling guilty a lot of times. So just keep that in mind when you're interacting with them, to show some respect. Like, you should show respect to anybody, period. So that's about it. That wraps up for another episode of the podcast. And we're going to end it like we always do. Everyone, stay safe, tread lightly, and hopefully I'll see you here or on a trail soon.
You have been listening to Waypoint Overland's Random Waypoints. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.